What's up guys, it's your girl Sydneytee, long time no see, coming at you with another video. And today I am going to be trying the new e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. I did get it in 2 shades because I wasn't sure which would work best for me, but here they are. So previously e.l.f. had already come out with the Putty Blush, which I have never tried but also bought to try today as well, along with the Poreless Putty Primer. So today this video is just going to be about e.l.f. putties, basically. So I'm going to be trying the primer, the blush, and the bronzer. I want to see which one looks better on me. So I'm kind of nervous about the bronzer just because I'm not a bronzer person. I haven't worn, like usually when I do makeup I just do like a tinted moisturizer and I do a concealer under my eyes and like maybe a highlighter if I'm feeling fancy, but that's about it. Pretty basic. I have nothing on my skin right now, just like a light moisturizer. So let me just get right into this. I did get 2 brushes as well. They are the Putty Blush brushes. I figured this would be the best to apply both the bronzer and the blush, because honestly this kind of just is like a stipple or a stipple brush, however they call them. It is soft. Alright, so I'm gonna start off with the primer first. Directions say apply a thin, even amount to moisturize skin prior to makeup application. Allowed to set for 30 seconds before applying foundation. 30 seconds. That's not a long time. But y'all know I don't have patience. Even me opening this right now, not that much patience. So here's the primer. Opened up. It's kind of like a light pink. It is very smooth. You can see it there on my finger. It's like a lotion. It feels like a light lotion. Not sure how much to put. I don't want to overdo it. But I feel like this will be enough. I'm putting it primarily on my cheeks because I just got a little more. Because that is where I feel I have the most pores. That's where my pores are the most visible, and on my chin. Doesn't really have a smell. It's soft. It's gliding on softly. Looking at the viewfinder, I don't see any difference in my skin really. But let me take a look in my actual mirror. Not that much of a difference. I do have like a few little red pimples, but not that much of a difference. Let's see what's gonna happen once I apply my tinted moisturizer. I do feel like it has been 30 seconds. I wasn't keeping count, but I feel like it should be there. And for moisturizer, I'm using the Fenty Beauty tinted moisturizer. I feel like, well, first of all, I feel like I look like a ghost, but second of all, putting this over my skin with the primer already on, I do feel like there's something on my skin. Like I feel texture in my fingers when I glide it across my face. Is that maybe because I didn't leave the primer on for that long before putting on my moisturizer? Maybe. But I guess the world will never know. I feel like I'm pretty well coated. Again, looking in the viewfinder, I'm a little greasy, but looking up close, I still see my pores, but it's not as bad as I think. You can see my pores, my little pimplies, but I think it's a lot less than what it usually looks like when I don't have primer on. Like my pores are less visible, so I think that's a positive. So the poreless primer is doing something. It's active. All right, let me get into these bronzers. So like I said before, I did get two because I wasn't sure which one would look best on my skin. I might just do like a mix and match thing. So this one looks lighter. It's called Tan Lines. Alright. This is Tan Lines. And this is Honey Drip. Drip is the darker of the two, so you can see here. You can kind of see a slight difference. So what's the instructions for these? Using a brush or clean fingers, gently pat on the cheeks, forehead, and anywhere else you may want a kiss of bronze. Blend out using wide circular motions. Pro tip: for a smooth, long-lasting bronze glow, prep the skin with our putty primers and pair with our putty blushes to create a perfect sun-kissed complexion. Perfect pro tip, because that's what I'm doing today. Let's get to it. All right, so Tan Lines is the lighter one. I'm probably gonna put that one, let me get one of the brushes out. I'm probably gonna put Tan Lines on my forehead for a lighter like contour, and like, I'm saying contour because that's what I typically have used bronzers for. I know it's not, but that's what I use bronzers for. I use bronzers as a contour. So I'm gonna put the lighter one, Tan Lines, on my forehead and maybe on my jawline, and the darker one, Honey Drip, I'll put like here on my cheeks. So with the brush, I feel like I'm not getting anything. Like, maybe I just don't know how to use this brush. I feel like using my fingers for like the primer worked a lot more efficiently than what this brush is doing. Oh, this is like the color of my skin. Tan Lines. Well, no, it's not, but like still, it's like not that visible. Is it doing something? A little. I see it now. Okay. My forehead's looking a little bronzed. I see it now. It did say circular motions and I was gliding on. I didn't do what I said to do, or what the instructions told me to do that I definitely read aloud. Y'all know I have a 5 head, so I gotta knock this back and put it on my jawline. Circular motions, it did tell me that. This product is like super light, like it's nice. Like feel wise, like it feels very light and like definitely a summer makeup thing, because nobody wants to wear something so heavy on their face during the summer, if you are wearing makeup in the summer, because Lord knows I tend to shy away from that, because makeup and sweat just sound like a recipe for pimples to me. You can see I have plenty already, so I don't need all that. Alright, so this is just Tan Lines on like basically the perimeter of my face. I'm gonna go in with Honey Drip now. Again, Honey Drip is the darker of the two, and those are going on my cheekbones. Alright, same brush, reduce, reuse, recycle. I don't want to put too much. This is like a little warmer than I think is for me. Like the undertones of Honey Drip are a little warmer than what I feel like my skin complexion calls for. And here I am, looking a little bit warmer, and I like this. Like, if you're a beginner with bronzer and stuff like this, this putty may be the way to go. It's very light, and it's very subtle, and I'm here for it. Right, so I have my concealer on. I just put it under my eyes and some on the bridge of my nose, just very light. Now I'm gonna go in for the e.l.f. Putty Blush in the shade Bahamas. It was the orangiest shade I could find. We probably know by now that I am a fan of orange blushes. Pink and red blushes intimidate me. The directions for this are sort of the same. It just says using the putty blush brush or clean fingers. Gently pat over the apples of your cheeks. Continue patting for a smooth, seamless blend. You can always add more product for an intense pop of color. Very nice. I think that's great advice. Start off slow, and you can always add more later. It says it's cruelty-free and vegan. I actually love that. Alright, so again, like there's nothing on the brush after those swipes, and you just saw me swipe. It's like you kind of really have to like glide it across to get anything. Just gonna go lightly a dusting on each just so I can distribute the product first of all. And some on my nose because I actually really love that. Love that. Did I put too much? Maybe, but I look like I've been in the sun and I love it. Alright, so now I'm gonna blend this. The thing that like kind of scares me about blush is that it goes on your cheeks. Obviously, it goes on my cheeks. And my cheeks is usually where I have the most acne. Like that's usually where my pimples are. So I'm always like, this is just gonna look like rosacea or like intense breakout on me. But I have to like do a mantra like, no, you look good, keep it on. You look good, keep it on. This is it. This is my look using the e.l.f. Putty Bronzers and the e.l.f. Putty Blush, and of course the e.l.f. Putty Primer. I'm puttied out over here, but I actually do really like these. Primer I could probably skip. I'm not sold on primer as a person. Like primer, I understand if you have a very good, probably most likely expensive primer, you probably see a difference. But for me, primer is not something I usually go for. But these putty bronzers and the blush, I actually really like it. As someone who hasn't used bronzer in a while, this is definitely something that if I'm probably going out for the night, I'll probably put this on my face for just like an extra for the night. And this putty blush, this color, okay, I'm feeling it. I like it. I'm definitely gonna keep these in my I was gonna say magazine clip like a gun, but I don't know if I could say that. I'm definitely gonna keep this around in the routine, in the makeup shuffle of mine. Let me know if you guys like these. Let me know if you guys have tried them. I definitely think it's worth a shot. They weren't that expensive. I'll put the prices of each here and you can try it out for yourself. It wasn't that expensive. Definitely would give it a try. Definitely worth the try. Until next time, bye.